Welcome to part 6 of the Airbus A330-200 tutorial. In this video I will continue doing the wing structure. And where to start with, this wing structure build is the most difficult for me to explain it out of the whole tutorial. I will try to do the best as I can to explain it out and make it as easy as possible for you guys to follow. But if it is too hard to follow, feel free to make your own wing design. All you need to do is basically follow the wing outline. But I will try to do the best as I can to explain it out. So what we want to do is start here where we left off in the previous video. And so again, in the previous video we did the first 5 rows of the wings to start it out. And so this one we will continue with the next section here. And the next section will be 1 block higher. As you can see, it is elevated 1 block higher. And it also will be 10 rows wide. So here's the first row here. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10, and it will be 10 rows wide, and each section along the wing is 10 rows wide. And so we want to start here in the first row, rows 1 through 5 here. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Rows 1 through 5 will be 1 block higher and in the same pattern as the previous 5 rows here. So this row, as you can see, it is 3 blocks high, or 3 blocks high here in the front, with 1 block above and 1 block below. And so we build this first row here same, 3 blocks high here with 1 block above and 1 block below. And again, in the back part of the wing, you can see in the previous section here is 4 blocks wide, then 3 blocks, and then 2 blocks and 2 blocks. And so this first row of the next section will consist of the same 4 block row, 3 block, 2 block and 2 block. And again, it is just 1 block higher, as you can see. And so the first 5 rows, rows 1 through 5, again will be the same pattern as this previous 5, just 1 block higher. So I will build out the first 5 rows here. I'll pause it and build it out. Alright, so you see here the first 5 rows, 1 through 5, again filled in here. And once again, to recap, it is 1 block higher, and in also the same rows, same pattern as the rows before it. So you can see 3 blocks in the front and then 1 block above and below. Again, so rows 1 through 5, 3 blocks in the front, 1 block above and below. And once again, it's just 1 block higher. And also take note here, this little notch created because of this elevated part. You want to place a block here to smooth it out a little. And so that is rows 1 through 5 of the first section here. And so let me turn it to the daytime as it gets to nighttime, and we'll continue with rows 6 through 10. I'll pause it here so you don't have to see me sleeping. And so a little fast recap here. So once again, the first 5 rows, 1 through 5, is in the same pattern as the previous row. So again, in the back you see the sections here, 4 blocks wide, 3 blocks, 2 blocks, and 2 blocks here. And again, this row, so it's 2, 2, 3, and 4 in the same pattern. And again, this section is just 1 block higher than the previous row in the same pattern. And so we will start here on rows 6 through 10. So row 6 here, this is where it changes a little. It will get 1 block shorter. So we'll build again, continuing following the outline. So in the front here, instead of the 3 blocks, it will be 2 blocks wide or down, like this. You'll see, bring this part out of here. So row 6, instead of the 3 blocks in the front, it will now be 2 blocks in the front with 1 block above and below. So we eliminating a row on the bottom here, and that is to show the wing structure as it starts thinning out progressively, going away from the body towards the wingtips. So you want to take out a row. And so row 6 through 10 will be missing the bottom row here, so it'll be just 2 blocks in the front. And so in the back part of the wing here, I'll bring this row back. So row 6, you want to pull back, and instead of stopping here, you want to bring it forward or back all the way to this row here. And then you want to build the rest of the pattern. So this is 2. And again, you're following the outlines for the wings. And so you can see here, row 6, with this part pulled back to this row here, this 4-block row is eliminated, and now we left with the 3-block and then 2-block pattern in the back. And each section will consist of the same pattern. It'll continue decreasing a row each section as we go along the wing. And then we build the bottom here. So again, build 1 block higher than the underneath. And pull this forward to meet the front like that. And so the rows 6 through 10 again will be the same pattern here. Again, it's 2 blocks in the front instead of the 3 as it gets shorter here. And I'll build it out for the 6 blocks. For the 5 blocks, sorry. And actually, let me pause it so you don't have to watch me doing it. Shorten the time here. And so here with rows 6 through 10 filled in, and again you can see the bottom 1 block higher than the previous rows 1 through 5. So again, you want to decrease it by 1 row. So instead of the rows 1 through 5 with 3 blocks in the front, rows 6 through 10 will have just 2 blocks in the front. And along the back from rows 6, you want to pull the rows out here, eliminating this 4-block row. And then you just left with the 3-block, 2-block pattern in the back. And so each section will be sort of in the same pattern, eliminating a row as you go along each section. And so let me go back to the front, and I'll show you part of the pattern here. You can slightly see it forming here. So you can see from the beginning, from the body going out, you can see the pattern going up every 5 blocks. So you see 5 blocks here, and then it goes up, then 5 blocks out, and then it goes up. And once again, this next section, this next rows 1 through 5 will be 1 block above, and then 5 rows, and then the rows 6 through 10, and once again will be 1 row up and 5 blocks wide. The basic idea behind it is to give it more linear look as it thins out going towards the wingtips. It's there to not have an offsetting pattern along the way. What I mean is, if this row was 5 and then it goes up, and this row was 7 and it goes up, and then this row was say 6 blocks wide, you know, the pattern keeps switching the amount of rows, and it'll be offsetting. So you want to keep the rows pretty much have a pattern to it, so it keeps a more straighter look as it thins out, and again, not having offsetting patterns. And so each section basically will look like this, the idea behind it. And principle I'll explain here. I will do in the next video again, show a little review of the whole wing structure and how I'm doing it each section. But the basic idea is each section, rows 1 through 5, will be the same as the previous 5 rows. And then rows 6 through 10 will be one row shorter, as again, like this is 3 blocks, so 2 blocks. So in this next section here, this second section, rows 1 through 5 here, will be of this same pattern here. Again, it's just 1 block higher, but it will have the same pattern of 2 blocks in the front, 1 block above and 1 block below. And conversely in the back, it will be the same pattern, having the 3 block, 2 block, 2 block pattern in the back. Once again, it's just 1 block higher. That is rows 1 through 5. And then rows 6 through 10 on this row, again like this section, will be 1 block shorter. So rows 1 through 5 will have the same 2 block pattern in the front of the rows, and then rows 6 through 10 will only be 1 block in the front. I will show that in the next video, and hopefully this was a little easier to understand. And again, the next video I'll go more detailed look about it. I will probably finish the wing structure in the next video, but that is the principle behind my wing design. Basically, each section has the same principle. Rows 1 through 5 and rows 6 through 10 has the same idea behind it. Basically, it's just thinning out every section, and that is just to cause the linear look as it thins out towards going towards the wingtips. And so hope everybody understood this pretty well. I will cut this video off here, and I'll see you in the next video, and again I'll explain more of the wing structure then.